Or you know what's crazy? Now, I talk about boxing. I talk about fights. I talk about things that happen in boxing. But this video explained perfectly because, again, the hate that Devin Haney has been receiving, the smear campaign, I just kind of covered it a little bit, that he's been, people been trying to push with all of a sudden out of nowhere, hey, there's Travis Hunter situations going on. All of a sudden, here comes people bringing up the Young Thug clip with Devin Haney's wife from 2 years ago. Damn near 3 years ago. And it's irrelevant in this situation, but people have been hating on Devin, have been hating on Bill, and they've been continuously pushing positivity. You seen Bill Haney, he posted on his Twitter. Devin Haney posted on his Instagram. Bill Haney posted on his Instagram. And the thing about it is, I've been trying to explain this to people for a while, but it seemed like nobody understood the angle. And what's crazy about this, the reason why I have this Gilbert Arenas interview on screen is because LeVar Ball, what people put LeVar Ball through and the Ball brothers through, it was exactly the same thing, where you had a black father who's there for his black children, whether it's mixed or otherwise, it doesn't matter. And the media was continuously calling LeVar Ball. And see, the thing about it was, this was reputable media who were calling LeVar Ball all of this stuff, right? And when I say reputable, I mean just mainstream media, but they're calling LeVar Ball all this stuff. They're saying that he's rude. He's saying he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that, because no matter what, he continuously defended his son, right? And then I say to people, well, what are you supposed to do if these are your kids, man? And you're trying to push them to be something great. You know what I mean? You're pushing them to be great at what it is that they say they want to do with their lives. How are you going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, he's doing too much? LeVar Ball, you know what? There's no ends of the earth a father will go for his kids to succeed if he has any way of influencing that. Whether it's putting himself out there to absorb all the negativity, he doesn't care. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is, it's no different with Bill Haney, how people try to treat Bill Haney. The only reason why we've been able to see the media kind of turn around is because the brothers made it to the NBA. LaMelo was hooping, Lonzo was hooping, but he was injured. I think he's about to come back. So then there was no denying it because they made the NBA. LeVar has been doing this for years, right? Devin Haney, and in boxing is a lot more slow pace. So there's a lot more time to sit there and microanalyze, and you know what I mean? If you're going to cast hate. But I've seen a lot of media members, when it comes to the Haneys, they either two-step or they're defending the situation with Ryan Garcia after the racist rants, after being caught, still trying to find a way to defend what he did, and taking the PEDs, saying the same, you got the black boxers like Tank and them saying all types of nonsense, right? But I wanted this to be explained perfectly, because no one would ever say this in boxing about Bill Haney and Devin Haney. Maybe not until it's over with. But this is exactly this situation with the Ball family is exactly the same.
The game overall,
I think it depends on who you ask, man. I think he got people that love.
It's LeVar Ball, like you said, the architect of this situation, believed in y'all at a young age. Put y'all to work, very unconventional but extremely effective methods to help y'all achieve y'all goals and y'all dreams of getting where you needed to be. Do you feel like LeVar gets enough flowers for your success and his impact on the game overall?
I think it depends on who you ask, man. I think he got people that love him and people that hate him. As do a lot of people in this world. So I think it depends on who you ask. For me, obviously, I think he gets his flowers from the people I'm around. They give them to him. I mean, they know what he's been through and what he's done with us and how hard it is, if anybody has kids, to be there for them, every day like that for that amount of time. That's not easy, man. And take a lot of effort. And for him to do that with, 3 boys for 18 plus, shouts out to him for sure.
Yeah, like the people who hate him, you look at it like that's an internal problem. You know what I mean? Because it's
For the people who hate him, that's an internal problem. Stay with me now, because again, they'll never say this. And mind you, Gilbert Arenas, all of these same folks who are praising LeVar Ball now are all at the same time saying this and this and that about Devin Haney's dad. And the reason why I make such a point about this is because me being somebody who had a father in my life at a young age. I know exactly how it feels to have a father who was trying to keep my head on straight and be there for me. And niggas hated that. People said all types of janky stuff. Now, my dad, he was the type to sock you out and handle business, but at the same time, you know, he raised me with that same grit and kind of chip on my shoulder just to stay on the straight and narrow in spite of niggas. And that's what people don't understand, bro. The Haneys and the Ball family and all this type of stuff, they're cut from a different cloth, and they do deserve their flowers because they are successful in spite of people hating and in spite of the public and in spite of everybody who's trying to take them down and wear their family unit out. But understand, the same guy and people who are giving LeVar Ball credit, even some on Stephen A. Smith at ESPN, you name it. Now, right? They were ridiculing him back in the day, and they speak down on Devin Haney now. And I think that it's hilarious, the hypocrisy that exists when it comes to people who don't ever see the turn up until it's over, who they poke fun at the family unit, especially when the black father is trying to be there for his sons. They call him a loudmouth. They call him all this. They call him a bunch of things. And you seen what's crazy? What's crazy is with Floyd Mayweather and his dad, they try to do the same thing. But Floyd Mayweather and his dad were not necessarily close. So, you know, Roger Mayweather was there for Floyd. But if we're talking about Devin Haney and Bill Haney are the next. They're the follow up to what Floyd and his family unit was, as far as being there for their prize prospect son, who is undefeated, won belts in multiple divisions, and now the only difference is the type of adversity that's in front of Devin Haney, and we're seeing him rise above right now. But like he said,
it's an internal problem. Hate him.
No, shouts out to him for sure.
Like he said,
yeah, like the people who hate him, you look at it like that's an internal problem.
That's an internal problem. A lot of these niggas ain't happy with themselves, with their family unit. I look at a lot of fighters that don't like them. There is no father figure. There is no, you know what I mean? If you look at Tank and how he was raised, he has a fill-in father figure in his trainer. If you look at like a lot of people who say Devin is soft and this and that, they don't have a father figure in their lives who speak down on him. They don't have a father figure in their lives. They look at their family unit and how you got multiple boys playing multiple different sports, and the family unit moves together. They mob together. They get rich together. They get money together. There is nothing to hate in that, for one. And two, not only that, but also being dominant in their sport as long as it's on a fair playing ground. But even then, against Ryan Garcia, he won most of the fight except for the rounds that he got knocked down. The knockdowns just happened to catch up with him.
You know what I mean? Because it's really like dudes who fathers wasn't there, or parents who's not positive when their sons is playing. Right? Yeah. They're mad because now their kids is looking at like, why you can't be like him? Why you can't say when I have a bad game, he about to come double down and score a triple double? Why you can't do that? You call him.
Man, let him cook. Let him cook. This is what some of y'all need to hear, who be in the comment section, who be 50, 60 years old on YouTube speaking down, talking about niggas dad. When half of y'all either don't have one or are deadbeats, the father's your damn self. You know what I mean? Not standing on business. I'm run that back one more time because he cooked.
Like the people who hate him, you look at it like that's an internal problem. You know what I mean? Because it's really like dudes who fathers wasn't there, or parents who's not positive when their sons is playing.
Dudes whose fathers wasn't there, or parents who were not positive while their sons were playing. Mind you, the Gilbert Arenas trains his son. You see what I'm saying? He's training his son. What is that? Let me put some on the screen for you real quick, just to seal this whole thing away, because it's yeah. Now we prayed up as well. I think it's hold on. Training up a child. It's verse 6. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm locked in. See, I love hey, trust. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Now I'm preaching for real. So all y'all dummies, you big dummies on the internet that just say whatever and get on it and cast hate and do all this type of stuff, understand something. He's right on timing. People who say, oh, he maybe needs to, bro, Timothy Bradley, all them, I need them to shut the fuck up when real niggas is talking. Because I ain't heard a real thing come out of none of their mouths yet, bro. I'm not gonna lie. What do you say? Hold on. I'm gonna run that back one more again.
Yeah, like the people who hate him, you look at it like that's an internal problem. You know what I mean? Because it's really like dudes who fathers wasn't there, and
okay.
It's really like dudes who fathers wasn't there, and
you know who that is. I don't need to explain that, but you know who that is. That's most of the game.
Or parents who's not positive when their sons is playing.
You got the Kid Austins of the world, niggas like that, who auntie be on their ass screaming in their corner, screaming at them and shit, right? You seen the difference when Lomachenko was fighting Devin, right, versus when Wally Moses or when Shakur was put on a hell of a performance against what was his name that he just faded? Well, I can't even remember his name right now, but that doesn't mean that he's not valid. I'm just saying right now, I'm just cooking right now. I'm just drawing a blank. But Wally Moses in Shakur's last fight, you get a stoppage. Finish it, right? Kid Austin, what the fuck are you doing? Blah, 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 right? Even when Devin Haney was getting knocked down in the fight against Ryan Garcia, how would it Bill sound? Somebody tell me that. Since y'all got records of everything, since y'all clip everything, y'all tell me that. Bet you can't.
Or parents who's not positive when their sons is playing, right? They're mad because now their kids is looking at like, why you can't be like him? Why you can't say when I have a bad game, he about to come double down and score triple-double? Why you can't do that? You calling me trash.
Now again, you think I'm joking? Before we get up out of here, you think I'm playing? Watch this. I should have had this ready. It's too long ago. If I can't find it immediately, then I can't find it immediately. Then yeah, it is what it is. But after that knockdown fight, when they was interviewing him and his pops, right after the fight, his pops was on his head. And people look at how Devin's father treats him and they get mad. But now let's get real. Let's be 100. People look at the way Devin's father treats him and they get mad because they're projecting, bro. It's A1 projection and copium in the air. Now let me let him cook the rest of this.
He never say trash. He said, Zoe has 0. Oh, he gonna have 30 today. He gonna have 30 today. And then when you have 30, told you, Zoe never like that. It used to be like
never lost.
Never lost. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, your impersonation kind of solid though. I ain't for real. On that, man.
No, that shit was like, I'm sorry, but I used to love that shit. Like when you just double down and then if it don't work, you just double down again. Like that used to be the funniest shit because people hated that.
Yeah,
like you got to think about like people want to see failure. So it's like, oh yeah, he only had 10. 10? Oh, he gonna have 10 with his eyes closed. Wait till tomorrow, he gonna have 30, 10, and 10, right? He just keeps going and people really didn't like it. It's like they didn't like the positivity. Which is weird.
Yeah.
They didn't like the positivity, which is weird. That is weird. I agree. That is weird. That's very weird, Gilbert Arenas. That's a great point. How many people watch this? 44,000 in a day? Let me see what the comments say. Everybody should want a dad like LeVar Ball. LeVar and those boys were trendsetters. I see when people talk about hoop, people don't be believing half of the shit they say about certain people. A lot of the times they're just emotional because sports is the only way to get a bunch of grown men in their feelings to say whatever, right? People will say anything to push an agenda more often than not. It's not the truth though. But the truth is about the world is that the world hates positivity because most of the world is in a slump. Most of the world is negative. Misery loves company. Crabs in a barrel. The 5 monkeys theory. Do I need to go on? I don't think I do. With that being said, man, listen, I hope y'all had a great day, evening, whatever you want to call it. But this right here, I got to talk about it this way for y'all to understand, because now half of y'all look crazy right now. And the other half of y'all, 44,000 and some change, people are in here commenting. He's a national treasure. I wonder how long it's going to take for people to actually keep it 1,000 about Devin's pops, man. Because he had this guy, Lonzo Ball, with all the injuries and things like that, had a bunch of what you would call a Ryan Garcia fights. Right, he had a knee injury, and then what happened was they did the surgery wrong and tried to bring it back too soon, and he got re-injured. He could never quite get back on his feet, right? But his dad was still pushing him, still pushing his brother. His brother's hooping right now on a team that sucks, but he's hooping like crazy. He's entertaining to watch, right? Stop hating on black dads that love their kids. Stop wanting for their kids to stop wishing for their kids to separate from the black father that's being there for them just because y'all's ain't. We get caught up in all of this nonsense and this hoopla, but in reality, stop projecting, stop hating, and start being 100, bro. If you don't got a father figure that was there for you, be supportive in the fact that these people are looking to change what we see every day instead of being some bitch ass niggas. Timothy Bradley and ESPN. Right? Sometimes Stephen A. Smith, right? Even sometimes Andre Ward, and I rock with him, but that interview was some BS. Most of YouTube, lock in, bro. And it's a lot of y'all old head black people that be hating, man. Man, listen, bro. Y'all be cool. I'm gone.